I'm Miss Bitcoin. I'm here with Tony from the Bitcoin Way. I found him in a fiat conference.
Ironic. We dropped in here stealth just to see what's going on and to get to see if what kind of messaging is still being put out there, in the world by some high-profile events. I'm glad we came because it's very clear that there's a lot of work yet to be done. Even in high-profile events like this one, the wrong message is, very abundantly clear. People are still, stuck in the old legacy system, trying to find a solution within the same problem, which is, a dead end. So it's a good signal for us that at the Bitcoin Way we need to expand a little bit our horizons, and that's definitely on the to-do list now to touch upon these markets, this type of people that definitely need to be more aware, considering of the amount of wealth that they currently hold. They are the most at risk by doing nothing or by following the same, broken playbook of the legacy system. I mean, if you have a problem with a bank, your solution shouldn't be find a better bank.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be get out of the banks completely, because that entire system is going to zero. This is why we're here.
Okay, and when is your speech? Because you're here to talk, of course.
Actually, I'm not here to speak.
Oh, okay.
We came here sort of like, like a stealth move, just to see what others are saying, to see what our next move is going to be like, in order to try to target these same people with proper messaging, maybe like a stronger signal to let them know that no, your solution is not a better bank in a different country. Your solution is to completely opt out of this broken and rotten system into something that no living soul can manipulate or corrupt anymore, which is Bitcoin in full self-custody. You don't leave it in the bank. You don't buy an ETF. You don't buy a Bitcoin treasury. You leave all that garbage, in the past, and you move towards the future, which is you and you alone are like the head of security now, and the full control of your funds. You become unconfiscatable, untouchable, both on your money and your jurisdiction. Live the life of a king or a queen, on your own terms. This is what Bitcoin was about. This is what it was created for.
And tell us a little bit of your company.
Yeah.
How many years have you been working on
Yeah.
it, and how many lives have you improved that are only in Bitcoin right now?
That's a lot of numbers, okay?
Oh,
we
amazing.
don't disclose the numbers, but I can tell you it's a lot of numbers. I came into Bitcoin in 2019 after the collapse in Lebanon. I was one of the casualty of the banking system when they stole everybody's funds. Ended up with nothing. Took me about a year to get back on my feet. Horror story from hell. But eventually that story led me to finding answers, and those answers led me to Bitcoin. And slowly but surely we put the team together in order to bring the education to as many people as possible, so that what I lived through doesn't happen to somebody else. And because Bitcoin is technology, most people don't come from this space, and so they're terrified of it. So they automatically assume that they're either going to make a mistake, or they're going to screw it up, or lose something and lose their money. That's not true. Everyone we work with, I'd say over 99% of them, none of them have a tech background. They're in their 50s, 60s, 70s, well into their 80s. Today they are 100% sovereign individuals, like I am. So if they can do it, anyone can do it. It's just you need a very good teacher to break it down into baby steps, and that's exactly what we do here. So there's no excuse. I always say before 2008 we really didn't have an option. After 2008 you really don't have an excuse, not to protect yourself and look ahead rather than staying stuck in the past.
Where do you recommend them to live?
Well, I mean, it depends on everybody's personal preference. Right now, our main focus is on Panama, and there's a big reason for that, because initially Panama was a place for me to move to from Lebanon. I needed to be sure that the next move was not something that was at risk of, collapsing again, or having me confiscated or shut out by any way, shape, or form. So I spent about 9 months really tearing apart every jurisdiction in the world just to check all the boxes. And as far as I can tell, Panama for now checked the most boxes in terms of convenience, incentives, price. There's also the cost of that.
What about El Salvador?
El Salvador
is very
El
cheap.
Salvador is a great option.
It's a paradise.
It's a great option. It's of course it's the first country.
It's Bitcoin country.
Bitcoin country. We have some clients that are in El Salvador. Not everybody has visited El Salvador. Not everybody. It's not their flavor. I mean, so we try to keep the options open, so that to get people to move, right? We don't want to limit the options so that it's all or nothing. You have somewhat of a buffet. Okay. And so if you want to go left, you go left. You want to go right, you go right. But the point is that you move in that direction. And then down the road, like what happens? What happens? You know, everybody's life changes at some point, and you know, as long as you hold your money and control it, really the world belongs to you at some point, right?
You don't depend on anyone. You can do whatever you want in this world.
Absolutely. You become what they call unconfiscatable, an extremely dangerous person, you know, in the eyes of those who hate you and want to keep you, you know, on a leash. This is Bitcoin was created as a middle finger to all of these people, telling them, not me. You can do it to someone else, but it's not going to be me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're here to orange pill all of these fiat people,
Yes,
because
yes.
all of them are like into banks and how to get rid of tax. I'm like, how to get rid of tax? Well, buy Bitcoin and that's it,
Absolutely.
you know? Like yesterday, I don't know if you saw this panel that this guy was talking about, like how to get freedom tax. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like,
The solution is really extremely simple. You learn a few steps, you understand that Bitcoin is money. It's not a stock or a share or an investment so you can sell it back for dollars or other worthless paper. It's money in and of itself. You opt out, you use it, done.
definitely we need more education. That's it.
That's
it.
That's clear as day.
And then everyone will come here.
That is
it's
crystal-
like the internet back then. No one will understand and people will be
Yes.
afraid, and now no one can
Yes.
live without internet.
Like a simple question to tell people, if I can throw you back 30 years as to when the internet first started, what would you do? Oh my gosh, I'd sell everything to go back and buy everything.
Exactly.
I'm like, well, Bitcoin is like 1,000,000 times bigger than the internet could ever be, because now it's money, right? And 8 billion people need it. It's not optional. You have to have it, otherwise you have no life. So at some point, you know, that thing is going to click in 8 billion people, and that's when you're going to see the volcanic eruption and the FOMO really kick into Bitcoin as money, not as any form of, you know, worthless fiat investment.
I love to be here with some amazing Bitcoiners.
Absolutely.
And I'll hope to see you in El Salvador.
For sure you will. It's on the to-do list, high priority.
Yes.